Today's focus will be on searching for classes on the public site interface. It's important that searching be very quick and easy, that you provide a lot of options or different ways that they can actually search and find their classes. So let's go ahead and get started. This is a public site page, which is where your folks will go to search, sign up, and if you're doing e-commerce, paying for their classes. As you can see, we do have this branded as GoSignMeUp, but you will be able to brand this for your particular organization. We'll be covering that in more detail in future video broadcasts, but our focus is going to be on searching for classes, different ways you can search for classes. And so the first way would be through main categories. As you set up a new class in GoSignMeUp, you will determine what is the main category of that class. Overall in your system, you can have as many main categories as you wish. You can see these are listed on the left-hand side of the page. As you click on the main categories, then you'll notice out pop what are called subcategories. And within the subcategories, you can have as many of those as you want. Now, once you click on a subcategory, then the classes appear in the middle of the screen. And each class has its own tile. And within each tile, then you have the option of putting your own picture or icon within there, as you can see what we have, or you can bypass that as well. And of course, you've got the course information listed there. In lieu of this tile view, you can have as your default view the list view, which would look like this. Now, there are advantages and disadvantages to both types of views. With the tile view, this is really good if you want to go with a really branded look and utilizing those pictures to really set out the classes in terms of the offerings that they have. The list view is better in a situation if you've got a lot of classes listed and it's displayed in a very concise, very logical way. Within the list view, you can choose which is the default sort order, whether it is alphabetically by the name of the course, chronologically by the start date, and the location. And you'll also notice then that the location has a map view as well. And we'll be getting into like the buttons a little bit later on down the road once we start the registration process, but I will mention too that you can limit the number of folks in a class and you can do wait spaces as well. So as you go through your various subcategories on the left-hand side, you'll see that the classes change. If I click show all, then it's going to show all the classes. Now, there are different ways to search for classes above and beyond the main categories as you see there. You can do a keyword search, so I can type in a specific word. It's going to search all the titles and descriptions, and you have it listed by keyword. You could also put in an instructor's name and list it that way, as well as a location. Additionally, you can do a search by date range, from until, as you can see, and you can actually combine those two together in terms of a keyword within a certain date range. And so then as we go to the upper right-hand corner, now here's yet another way to search for classes, and this is on a calendar. In fact, some folks choose this as kind of their main view as one comes into the site, but you can see that the dates and times of the classes are listed here. You can go from month to month. You can have a weekly view, daily view, and even filter your various classes by those main categories. So there are, just to kind of review, there are 4 ways that you can search for a class that would be very useful, I think, and very concise. The first one being the main categories as they're listed on the left-hand side, and then further down with subcategories. The second way would be keyword searches. The third way would be a date range search. I guess you could say a fourth way would be combining the keywords with the date range. And then of course you've got your calendar view. And so it gives you a lot of ways in terms of variety of searching for classes, so that regardless of how one thinks and when they go to a website looking for classes, it's going to give them those options. And the other thing that's really important too is that you've got the options of listing things either in a tile view, which is advantageous if you're doing any kind of branding and want to have a really attractive type of presentation with graphics, or a list view, which is advantageous if you're offering a whole lot of classes within your categories and it organizes it in a very concise way. So that's what we're going to cover today. The next video blog will cover more of the registration process itself and some of the automation that you can put into the system. If you want to learn more about GoSignMeUp and what we have to offer, feel free to contact me directly at the contact information listed on the screen here. I'm happy to discuss it further with you if you want to learn more. We've also got a website that contains not only this video broadcast but future broadcasts as they're created and put up on the site. And we've also got a book that covers how to plan and organize for professional development. It's a free book. Feel free to download it. So again, I look forward to our next video